Yes. Now, do you really think we have to work as that particular people to work with particular kind? If we spend some time with the data, can't we understand?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
We can, right?
Right.
Now, same thing you see here. You have to purchase black markers 30, red markers 15, HDMI cables 5, blue markers 10. This was told by some other students similarly like you. Do you see that your understanding and their understanding is similar?
Somewhat.
Yes,
Hmm.
exactly. So now let's go with another data. Okay, do you see this data? You all know
Yes.
who is provider? Provider is actually doctor. Okay. In US healthcare terminology, generally we call doctor as provider. Don't get confused. Okay. So
Okay.
for today, I have a hospital. Okay, only for today. So in that I have some doctors. I'm paying them salary per month, and the number of doctors I have for each department, and how many patients they're dealing with. Okay. Is there any doctors here? Any doctors here? No?
No, ma'am.
No.
We all are non-technical?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no? Even I'm
Yes.
not
Yes.
technical because I'm a software engineer. Right? See here. So we have a gynec department and we have 60,000 we are paying for that gynec provider in a day, sorry, per a month. And we have two gynecs with us and we have a patient load of 150 per month. Similarly, we have ortho, payment is 1 lakh per month and the number of providers, we have only one person but we are getting 200 patients every month, every day. This is the monthly salary, but this is per day student, per day patients. Okay. Next, we have a cardiac. In cardiac, we are paying 1 lakh 50. We have two cardiac surgeons, and we are having a load of 100 patients per day. And we have pediatrics, where we pay 80,000, and the number of providers are two, and we are able to handle 200 patients. In neuro, we are paying 1 lakh 20,000, and we have two of them, and the patient load is 250 patients per day. Do you think any of these doctors are undergoing stress now? Look at the data properly and tell me, any of our
No.
doctors having stress?
Maybe Harkar.
Artho.
Are you doctors? Did you treat patients? You're telling me. Oh, right.
No.
Now you're understanding why any graduation is written when you have a data analyst position open.
Yes.
Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, okay, ortho we have. In ortho, we are paying him 1 lakh, but he's handling 200 patients. It's not an easy task. So, what do you think? We have to increase the ortho patients?
Yes.
Decrease.
Any other things to be improved? Guys, please don't reply in the chat box because I'm looking at this Excel screen. I might miss the chat.
Number of
Okay.
providers for ortho maybe should increase.
That's what they were saying. Ortho, number of patients in this, number of providers in this is how many providers you want to increase? How many should we
Maybe
hire more?
another one. Yeah.
Another one.
Maybe another one would
Another
help.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another one.
Okay, fine. Any other department?
We can decrease the salary as well.
Increase the salary? Exactly. Look at the patient load and look at the number of providers and look at his salary, which is less than remaining. But he is hardworking. Correct?
Yes.
And coming to cardiac, you know what is about a cardiac?
We can
Heart
get.
related, right? Do
Yes.
you think heart related patients when they go to hospital, they'll finish in 5 or 10 minutes?
No.
No.
No,
No.
right? It is called
No.
critical care. Correct?
Hmm.
It takes
Mm.
some time for each patient to stay near the provider, correct? Because of the checkup,
Right.
angiograms, stunts. We have a lot of things to do for the cardiac, right?
Right.
Yes.
So when you have the number of providers as 2 and number of patients is 100, so do you think we have to increase another patient or another provider also will help us?
Right. We need to increase.
Yes.
Salary is same salary is fine because cardiac is a critical patient. Sometimes we'll have a lot of stunts, heart replacements will not be too many, but we'll have angiograms too many, stunts. But angiogram result you have to explain to the patient's family. It's a lot of thing, right?
Mm.
Right.
Correct? I'm not a doctor,
Just a
but it's
quick
general common
question on
sense.
this, Devi.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Um, so when you say salary needs to increase, I mean it depends on what kind of uh, practice they are doing, right? Because we probably are we don't
Mm-hmm.
understand a lot about the
Mm-hmm.
criticalities of the
Mm-hmm.
work that they go through every day.
Okay,
But on
fine.
a general note, we can say, but when it comes to salaries, I'm not quite sure if we can
Okay,
say
fine. I'll tell
this
you
person needs
something.
to increase the
Yeah,
salary.
got your point. No, no, I understood. I'll come back. I don't want to prolong your question because I already understood it. So basically, you are running an hospital, you're having a 200 patient load, and you're paying the provider only 1 lakh. Do you
Mm,
want him to take a call saying that I want to leave and demand?
no.
If you give the employee a chance, he might demand any number, correct?
Y- Yeah.
So why don't you take a decision in advance and make sure that your provider who is handling 200 patients stay back?
Yeah.
You have to think in all the scenarios.
Okay.
Yes or no? If you're getting
Yeah.
another provider and pay 1 lakh,
Mm-hmm.
both of them will share the road and the old person will not ask for a salary increment.
Hmm.
But if you're leaving as it is,
Hmm.
don't you think he will one at one point of time have a point in his conclusion stating I'm treating a lot 200 people, remaining departments we have a lesser number, and I'm sharing a lot of workload and I'm not paid high and I'm not satisfied. Don't you think an employee would come up like this?
Yeah.
You have to think of in all the scenarios while analyzing the data, right?
Yeah.
Every column you have to understand. Look at the provider perspectives, look at the salary perspectives, number of providers per workload. All of them you have to analyze. Don't leave any column in when you're working on data. That's why few things you have to observe about the salary. Sometimes you have to observe about the number of people and the patients. If you observe this data, you have to all think in all the perspectives. For cardiac, we thought in the provider workload level. Correct? For ortho, we were looking at the workload. At the same time, the salary is not satisfied and the number of we had to look about three things. Correct? That's how a data analyst work. You
Yes.
have to understand each and every point in the data when a data comes to you. So now, you know that what we have to analyze in a data now, correct? With this simple examples, you understood? Yes or no?
When we get the data which we don't have an idea.
Exactly, I'm coming back. I'm coming back. When you don't have an idea, there is someone called client, correct? Do you have
Yes.
someone called client for which we get the project?
True.
Yes.
Don't you think he will explain you? He will actually do it. He'll give you some supportive documents.
Yes.
Okay. Got it? Now, tell
Yes.
me, so you're telling if we don't have the data, how we don't know the knowledge, how do we understand? Anyone knows anything about UPS here? Just give me a quick answer telling if
Are
someone
you
knows about
talking about the inverters?
I'm just talking about UPS, United Parcel Services, not inverters.
Okay. No. Okay.
United Parcel Services. Do you all have a lot of idea on it?
Not much, but
No.
I think it might be name of the client.
Let's not go with mine, might be's. Do you know them? Okay, you don't know them. Do you know
Yes, I do.
DTDC?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you
Yeah.
know DTDC, guys? Rest of the people?
Yes. Yeah.
You know
Yes.
DTDC? What do we do in DTDC?
Ship the couriers or ship the
We ship
parcels.
the couriers, we give the
Logistics.
parcels.
Yeah.
You, it's logistics. You do it inside India or out of India?
Both.
Both.
In DTDC, you do across both. Okay. You also know that Amazon also does this parcel services?
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
They do worldwide or two countries or inside India?
Worldwide.
Exactly. And you know FedEx?
Yes.
Yes,
What do
worldwide.
they do? FedEx also does the same.
Yes.
Yes.
UPS is similar. You didn't know what is UPS. Now you know, now you can relate what is UPS is.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you relate? So when you have your client, you don't know anything about it. So let's assume we don't know anything about it. Now shall we get to know about it by ourselves? When you have a job confirmed, you know your client. Can you not go through their Wikipedia and get to understand things before joining? Do we have that?
Yes, we.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
See, what do they do?
They ship a parcel.
Mm-hmm. To get your right parcel ready, what you have to do with them? Clear?
Yeah.
Right.
Step by step process is given. What is the third step? They'll do the rest. Right?
Mm.
About you.
Yes.
UPS helps healthcare domain as well. See, moving our world forward by delivering what matters. If you go through this, don't you understand what are they doing? See here, number of employees they have and how many countries are they supporting? How many countries? How
200
many
plus.
packages they deliver per day? Don't you think it's a bigger number?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
What's the revenue they're able to earn? Is it a smaller number?
No,
No.
No, right? Now tell me, you know something about UPS now?
some basics.
Yes.
How long did it take for you to understand what is UPS when you don't know UPS? How long did it take for you to understand what is UPS? Just on your fingertips, correct?
Yes.
Yes,
Now tell me, do you think there is something which a person cannot understand? Now, for this UPS, tell me what can we analyze? What can we analyze for this UPS? How can we help them being a data analyst? See, healthcare logistic, they also transfer blood samples. They also do delivery of lab reports, biopharma solutions if you want something to be transferred. Pharmacy, they help in. Medical device logistics, they help in. What is medical device logistic?
That means medical services, or you can take.
Everything, all of this is medical services, health services, all of this is medical only.
Yeah.
What do you mean by medical service
GPT.
logistics?
The
So you have
instruments that the devices or the instruments that they use for healthcare.
exactly, for example, you have a BP machine to check BP. And sometimes we put something like thermometer and things at our homes, right? They come under medical devices. Okay? Sometimes you need
Yes.
urine bags home delivered for a patient who is at home always. Correct?
Yes.
So they come under medical devices. What do you think is pharma? You're clear on this, right?
Right. Medicine.
Medicines.
Hmm.
What is
Yes.
Medicine.
biopharma solution? You have this COVID vaccine and things which have to be cool in temperature.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
They can come under this biopharma.
Okay.
What is lab logistics?
Blood sample collection. Like.
Collections. It can be collections or it can be the result report,
Right.
physical report. You can also send it online, but it can also be a physical report, right?
Yes.
For example, you have a pregnancy test given. That will be a physical report. Will it be a paper or you have an instrument for it? Because everyone knows this topic, I'm telling, don't mind. And there is another test, something which can be the blood group testing. You'll do it with the devices or you do it with paper. So those things sometimes whichever can be sent to the patient back, they can include in this. Sometimes papers can be included, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cold chain solutions. So what do you think this is? Do you know that a heart cannot be taken out of a extreme cold when they're about to transplant? Do you guys know this? I'm actually into a healthcare. So if you don't know it, I can try to explain you guys.
No, I don't know.
You're all not sure? Okay,
I don't
fine.
know.
Okay, fine. So I'll make you understand something. Do you remember that during COVID, they tried to get a solution from a person who was able to sustain COVID? Do you know that this test was happening? This was one of the solution to reduce COVID patients in the beginning. So suppose, hey, have you all watched Krish movie?
Yeah,
Did you all
Yes.
watch Krish movie?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
It
Yes.
Yes.
takes everyone watch, right? It is in all the languages.
yeah,
Hmm.
Don't mind that I'm going to movies because I want you guys to relate to it. Okay. So do you know that in Krish 3, his dad and himself were able to sustain the virus, right?
Yes.
Yes.
What was the solution? From someone's blood sample, we got the solution. From his father's blood
Yes.
sample, he took a part of it, and he took a part of his son's sample because they're not getting affected because they'll fight the virus, and they got a solution from this blood sample.
Yes.
He
Yes.
was able to give them in a vials for all of them to spread the virus solution. They are called cryo vials, which has to be in extreme cold temperature before usage. Do you see that Krish will do some rocket type of thing on all the buildings? Do you remember?
Ye-
They
Yes,
are
Devi.
one type of cryo vials. Got it now?
Yeah.
If they want to transfer something like that from one hospital to another, also UPS supports. Got it? Clear?
yeah,
Yes.
And what is the UPS Premier about? They give you a live monitoring of what where they are. Where are your solutions? Where are your things when you're transferring? Is this? They support this healthcare logistics also. If you know something about this DTDC and FedEx, they always ask you when you're parceling if you have anything related to medical in this, right? You know that they'll transfer everything, but when you say it's something related to medical,
Right. They
they'll
will
ask you
back.
ahead of time. True?
Yes.
They're not always supported to transfer anything related to medical always. They support only few things like pharma only they will transfer because it's a medicine and they'll ask you to make sure that the glass bottle if it's broken it's none of our business, right?
Right.
Correct?
Yes.
But here it's not like that in UPS. And UPS is the biggest vendor in a competition with Amazon and people. Did you get that? I am among these. That's the reason I'm able to explain you.
Superb.
Got
Okay,
it?
got it.
And you know what? They not only transfer roadways, they do transfer roadways, airways, and shipways also. The logistics goes three different ways. Got it? And it's between the country, inside the same country also. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, when you understood what is UPS, can you tell me what all analysis can we do here? What type of analysis can we do? I don't want to give the exact answer, but tell me what all type of analysis can we do?
Different type of
Cannot help
services.
UPS anyway being data analyst? If so, what?
In which country we are getting more delivery orders, and what kind of orders we are getting.
Which country are we having a lot of logistic shipments? Okay.
Types of logistics, like whichever
What
department, specific
What do you mean by
departments.
depart? See, types of logistic is depending on three different ways. One is airways, roadways, and waterway. That way, regarding the transport logistic you're talking, or the type of product they're logistic. It's a healthcare product or a glass
Yeah, I
product or
meant
an
the
electronic.
healthcare and other
Okay.
divisions within healthcare.
See, when you have a bigger client, you have to think wide. That's the reason I asked this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Now, can we also analyze based on the ways of transport?
Yes.
right?
Correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Anything else?
Number of shipments.
Number of shipments, what? Worldwide, or you want to see country level, or you want to see world level, or you want to see monthly, you want to see yearly? What do you want to see?
You just gave all the options now.
Exactly. See, that's how a data analyst works. Do you understand?
Okay.
You want to
Okay.
analyze something, and what ways you want to analyze also you have to be clear on.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it? None of you are bothering about customer satisfaction. All of you are thinking about the business side. What about the customer side? Don't you think we have to understand that if customer is satisfied also? Why do they take feedback? To analyze the feedback, based on analyzing the feedback, and they can do their corrections?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yep.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
And how are you guys forgetting that? Think of how all ways. I'll just be on mute for 2 minutes. Just think of it. Just try to analyze and give me the answers, okay? Just take 2 minutes of time, analyze in multiple ways and tell.
Even the cost expenses in order to deliver, delivery charges in order to increase in another state or country, the cost expenses and all. Employees, how many need to hire in any particular location based on the orders.
Hey, sorry, who is talking?
Vidyasagar.
Yeah, Vidya. So I was on mute and I went away for a minute. So I told you guys to analyze now. Can you please repeat that if you don't mind?
Okay, okay, it's okay. Based on the orders, how much is the cost expenses required, and also even the delivery charges for the customer to
Mm-hmm.
decide, and also total
Mm-hmm.
cost expenses overall and countrywide in order to expand our business as well in
Mm-hmm.
different state or country.
Hmm.
even the sector as well, like specifically if it comes to healthcare, and in which sector we need to increase.
Hmm.
Even the employees as well, in how to fix the salaries, and how many number of employees we need to increase or decrease based on the orders in particular location.
Mm-hmm.
Even um, even in e-commerce side also, how we need to uh,
Mm-hmm.
increase even the websites as well, server side,
Mm-hmm.
backend, and
Mm-hmm. So you guys came to a you understood this part. Why did I write this? Now you guys are getting to know this.
Right. Yeah.
Does this
Yes.
session make some sense?
Right.
yes,
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you
Yes.
think for a demo for a layman person to make them understand what is data analytics, all these sessions were useful?
correct.
Huh?
Yes,
Give me a genuine response so that I can plan accordingly for the next batches as well. I too take suggestions a lot.
Oh, yes, this is
Yes?
very helpful.
even the
Yes?
interactive part is also required, as you mentioned in the starting as well.
This one?
Yes,
So did
every
you like
session is
all the
required.
four sessions, guys? You were listening to all four sessions. Did you like all four sessions?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All four made some sense?
Yes. Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll
Yes,
get
of
some
course.
confidence after listening to four sessions.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Seriously, were they helpful? I'm asking you multiple times because I just want to understand, was my perspective of teaching correct? Because you are the ultimate listeners. If you are satisfied only,
yeah,
then that will make some sense, right?
Right.
correct. As it is
So was that
interactive part, then we can clear out if you have any of the doubts or clarifications.
mm-hmm. So you're liking the sessions?
Yes.
Yes,
And guys, if you guys want to continue, because I can't force you guys to continue, it's your choice if you want to continue. But if you're continuing, I want you guys to be same interactive every day. If you're not
definitely,
interactive, you will end up in confusion. Got it?
Yes. Got
Yeah.
it.
Whatever we are learning, we have to be interactive to each other. Clear?
definitely.
And I don't want you people to join from phones with a sleepy face in the morning. Clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.